Losing a spouse in old age is one of the most profound and life-changing experiences we can face. When the person who was your partner, confidant, and anchor is no longer with you, it can feel like nothing could ever fill that void. But even in those darkest moments, there are ways to find comfort, heal, and slowly rediscover a life filled with meaning and purpose. In this video, we'll explore the collective wisdom of those who have walked this path, offering insights to help you navigate your journey through grief. Number 1. Allow yourself to grieve fully. Grief isn't something that you can neatly package or schedule. It doesn't adhere to timelines, and it certainly doesn't care about appearances. You may feel an overwhelming sadness one moment and a sense of anger or disbelief the next. And that's okay. Grief is messy, unpredictable, and deeply personal. One widow shared with me that she tried to hold everything in, fearing that if she let herself cry, she'd never stop. But eventually, she learned that bottling up her emotions only prolonged her pain. When she finally allowed herself to grieve fully, letting the tears flow, talking about her husband without holding back, and even acknowledging her anger at being left behind, she began to find moments of relief. It's crucial to allow yourself to feel everything. Some days you might cry all day. Other days you might find yourself feeling oddly numb. Both are normal. There's no need to rush through these feelings or judge yourself for them. Grief is a process, and the only way to get through it is by actually going through it. 2. Lean on your support system. When you lose a spouse, it can feel like the rug has been pulled out from under you. The person you turn to for support is no longer there, and this can make you feel incredibly lonely. But even in this loneliness, it's important to remember that you don't have to go through this alone. Your support system, whether it's family, friends, or a community group, is there to help you carry the load. Sometimes, it might just be a matter of having someone sit with you in silence. Other times, you might need to talk about your spouse, your memories, or your fears. And that's where online communities, such as those on Reddit or YouTube, can be a lifeline. These platforms are filled with people who have faced similar losses and are willing to share their experiences, offer advice, or simply listen. It's also worth noting that leaning on others doesn't mean you're weak. In fact, reaching out for support is one of the strongest things you can do. It takes courage to admit that you need help, and by allowing others to be there for you, you're giving them the opportunity to show their love and care in a tangible way. 3. Embrace your memories, but don't let them trap you. Memories are the treasures we keep when our loved ones are no longer with us. They are the stories we tell, the photos we cherish, and the moments that bring both joy and sorrow. It's important to embrace these memories, to talk about them, and to keep them alive in your heart. But there's a delicate balance between cherishing the past and allowing it to prevent you from moving forward. For many, there's a temptation to dwell on the past, to live in the memories because they're safer than facing a future without your spouse. But over time, this can trap you in a cycle of grief, making it difficult to find peace or joy in the present. One woman I knew would spend hours every day watching old home videos, reliving her husband's laughter and their shared moments. While it brought her comfort, it also kept her from engaging with the world around her. It's essential to honor your memories, but allow yourself to create new ones. This doesn't mean you're forgetting your spouse or diminishing their importance in your life. It simply means that you're allowing yourself to live again, to find new joys, and to continue your story, even though it looks different now. 4. Rediscover your sense of purpose. The loss of a spouse can leave you feeling adrift, as if the very purpose of your life has been taken away. The routines you shared, the plans you made together, they're suddenly gone, and it can feel like there's nothing left to hold on to. But even in the midst of this profound loss, there's an opportunity to rediscover your purpose. For some, this might mean returning to activities or hobbies that brought joy in the past. For others, it might be the beginning of something entirely new. I remember speaking with a man who, after losing his wife, felt completely lost. But as time went on, he found solace in volunteering at a local animal shelter, something he and his wife had always talked about doing. It gave him a reason to get out of bed in the morning and a way to honor her memory by giving back to the community. Your sense of purpose doesn't have to be grand or life-changing. It could be as simple as spending time with your grandchildren, tending to a garden, or writing down your memories. What's important is that you find something that gives your days structure and meaning, something that reminds you that your life still has value and purpose, even after such a devastating loss. 5. Take care of your health. Grief can be all-consuming, making it easy to neglect your physical health. You might find that you're not eating as much, that sleep is elusive, or that you lack the energy to do even the simplest tasks. But taking care of your body is crucial, not just for your physical well-being, but for your emotional health as well. Start with small steps. If you're finding it difficult to eat, try having smaller, more frequent meals throughout the day. You can focus on foods that are easy to prepare and ones that you enjoy. If sleep is a struggle, create a bedtime routine that helps you wind down, whether that's reading a book, taking a warm bath, or even practicing relaxation techniques. Exercise might be the last thing on your mind, but even gentle movement can have a profound impact on your mood and energy levels. Consider taking a short walk each day, even if it's just around your neighborhood. The fresh air, the rhythm of your steps, and the simple act of moving your body can help lift your spirits and clear your mind. Remember, taking care of your health isn't about trying to feel normal again. It's about giving yourself the physical strength to cope with the emotional challenges of grief. Your body and mind are deeply connected, and by nurturing one, you help support the other. 6. Seek professional help if needed. There's no shame in needing extra support to navigate your grief. Sometimes the weight of loss is too heavy to carry on your own, and professional help can provide the tools and guidance you need to manage your emotions and begin to heal. Therapists, grief counselors, and support groups specifically designed for older adults who have lost a spouse can offer a safe space to explore your feelings. These professionals are trained to help you process your grief in a healthy way, to work through complex emotions, and to find ways to move forward without feeling like you're abandoning your spouse's memory. I remember a woman who was resistant to the idea of therapy, feeling that it wasn't necessary or that it wouldn't help. But after a few sessions with a grief counselor, she began to see the value in having someone to talk to, someone who could offer perspective and tools to cope with her loss. It didn't take away the pain, but it helped her manage it in a way that felt more bearable. If you're struggling to cope, consider reaching out for help. Whether through one-on-one therapy, a support group, or even online counseling, there's no need to face this journey alone. If you're enjoying the content, kindly consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thank you. 7. Consider joining a community. Social connection is vital at any age, but it becomes even more important after the loss of a spouse. The sense of isolation that often accompanies grief can be debilitating, making it difficult to find joy or meaning in life. Joining a community, whether a local senior center, a church group, or an online forum, can provide a sense of belonging and remind you that you're not alone in your journey. Communities offer more than just companionship. They provide opportunities for shared experiences, mutual support, and even new friendships. I knew a man who, after losing his wife, started attending a weekly coffee morning at his local senior center. At first, he went just to get out of the house, but over time, he formed deep friendships with others who had also experienced loss. These connections became a lifeline, offering both emotional support and a sense of normalcy in a world that had been turned upside down. If you're hesitant to join a group in person, consider exploring online communities. There are countless forums and social media groups where people come together to share their experiences, offer advice, and simply be there for one another. These virtual connections can be just as meaningful as those formed in person, offering a space to express your feelings and connect with others who understand what you're going through. 8. Take it one day at a time. Grief is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a journey that requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to accept that healing doesn't happen overnight. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's okay. What's important is that you allow yourself to experience each day as it comes, without putting pressure on yourself to get over your loss. One widow shared with me how she kept a journal during her grieving process. Each day, she would write down her thoughts, her feelings, and any small victories, like getting out of bed, going for a walk, or even making it through the day without crying. This practice helped her see her progress, however small, and reminded her that healing is a gradual process. You might find it helpful to set small, achievable goals for yourself. Maybe it's something as simple as calling a friend, cooking a meal, or taking a short walk. These small steps can help you feel more in control and remind you that even in the midst of grief, you're capable of moving forward. And on the days when it feels like too much, remember that it's okay to just be. You don't have to be productive. You don't have to be okay. You just have to get through the day. Over time, those days will become less frequent, and you'll start to see glimmers of light, even in the darkness. 9. Find ways to honor your spouse's memory. Honoring your spouse's memory is a deeply personal and meaningful way to keep their presence alive in your life. It can be as simple as lighting a candle, visiting a place that was special to both of you, or continuing a tradition you shared. For some, creating a memorial or participating in an activity that was important to their spouse can provide a sense of connection and purpose. One woman I spoke with decided to dedicate a bench in her local park to her late husband, a place where they had spent many happy afternoons together. She visits the bench regularly, sometimes sitting in quiet reflection, other times chatting with passers-by about her husband and the love they shared. This simple act of remembrance brought her comfort and helped her feel that, in some small way, her husband's spirit was still present in her life. You might also consider creating a memory book filled with photos, letters, and mementos that tell the story of your life together. This can be a beautiful way to honor your spouse's memory and have something tangible to hold on to when you're missing them. Whatever form it takes, finding a way to honor your spouse's memory can provide a sense of peace and help you feel connected to them, even as you move forward in your life. 10. Believe in the possibility of joy. In the midst of grief, the idea of feeling joy again can seem impossible. But joy doesn't have to be an all-or-nothing experience. It can come in small moments, a warm cup of tea, a beautiful sunset, or even a kind word from a friend. Allow yourself to experience these moments of joy without guilt. They don't diminish the love you had for your spouse. They simply remind you that life, even after loss, still holds the potential for happiness. It's also important to remember that joy and grief can coexist. You can laugh one moment and cry the next, and both are valid expressions of where you are in your journey. One man I knew said that he started to feel guilty when he found himself laughing at a joke his grandson told him. But over time, he realized that his laughter didn't mean he was forgetting his wife. It meant that he was beginning to heal. Allow yourself to be open to joy in whatever form it comes. It might not look the same as it did before, but that doesn't make it any less real or meaningful. And as you continue to heal, those moments of joy will become more frequent, helping to balance the pain of your loss and bringing light back into your life. Grieving the loss of a spouse in old age is one of the most challenging experiences anyone can face, but it's important to remember that you're not alone. By allowing yourself to grieve fully, leaning on your support system, embracing your memories without letting them hold you back, rediscovering your sense of purpose, taking care of your health, seeking professional help if needed, joining a community, taking it one day at a time, finding ways to honor your spouse's memory, and believing in the possibility of joy, you can navigate this journey with grace and resilience. Your spouse will always be a part of you, and their love will continue to shape your life. But as you move forward, know that it's possible to find peace, to heal, and to rediscover a life filled with meaning, purpose, and even joy. Take it one step at a time, and be kind to yourself along the way. You are stronger than you know, and you have the power to create a future that honors both your past and the person you are becoming. Feel free to share your own thoughts and experience in the comments below. If you found the video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.